So, it's my channel's 4-year anniversary. When I first started this channel, I was expecting it to reach 100, maybe 200 subscribers. But here we are, a full 4 years later, with 1,300 subscribers. That is mind-blowing, especially for me, who hasn't really had any experience with video making in the past. So, to celebrate, I thought we would get to know each other a little better with a Q&A video. And by we, I mean you guys get to know me a little better, and I still won't know anything about you because videos aren't good for a two-way conversation. So, please enjoy this video of me and Potato King default dancing as Jack Skellington and Optimus Primal in Fortnite, as I answer the questions you all asked me. Lucara Boy asks, what's your third least favorite reptile? Now, I don't know if you mean IRL or in fiction, so I'll just give both. IRL, I don't like Gharials. I think they look stupid. But they aren't as deadly as Danger Noodles or Komodo dragons. But then again, I like Komodo dragons. Either way, Gharials, they look dumb. I don't like them. As for in fiction, I do not like Roy from Super Mario. I hate this guy. Not as much as either Morton or Bowser Jr. Those guys are worse, but Morton is definitely my third least favorite. Hulk of Krypton asks, do you have a comfort character that has a place in your heart unlike any other? Also, congrats bro, you're an inspiration to me and my sub count is catching up to you. First of all, thank you very much. Second of all, bring it on, buddy. As for the actual question, probably the second coming from animator versus animation. I'll admit, I got into the series during the pandemic in 2020, but it's what really got me through that year. Hell, the second coming is part of the reason my avatar on YouTube is a stick figure, and the other reason being the chosen one, hence the fire abilities I have. But yeah, I really love the series, and the second coming is part of the reason for that. I'd honestly really like to make a video on AVA and its subsequent spin-offs like Animation vs. Minecraft, Animation vs. Pokemon, Animation vs. Maths, and so on and so forth. Anyway, moving on. Potato King asks, friendship is on the line here, Cap, but pancakes or waffles? Okay, to be entirely honest, I flip-flop between the two on a regular basis. Both are really freaking good, and I'm not denying anyone's opinions here. That being said, I'm not going to give a cop-out answer like, oh, I like both equally, so I'm going to say that as of right now, I prefer waffles. But that is only because the hotel I'm staying at has waffles that are really nice, so this could change in the future. But as of right now, I prefer waffles. Pancakes are still good, though. Zero Door asks, okay, what's your favorite indie game? Ori and the Blind Forest, by far. I haven't played a lot of Metroidvanias, the only two being Ori and the Blind Forest and Metroid Dread, but I love them both to death. Especially Ori. I haven't played Will of the Wisps yet, but I am planning to in the future. So as of right now, I would say Ori and the Blind Forest. I just hope we get a third game in the series someday. Please, Gods at Moon Studios, please bless us with the amazing series again. It was honestly, it was a journey, and I really don't want it to fade into obscurity. Smixhino asks, what series do you currently want to get into? I actually have two. The first one being Jujutsu Kaisen. After Gojo vs. Makima, I am very interested in checking out JJK, and it's because Gojo was just such a Chad in that episode. He just stole the show. Now, you may think the second one is Chainsaw Man because I brought up Gojo vs. Makima, but it's actually League of Legends for one very specific reason that I won't go too in-depth with now. Side note, if any of you have a death battle matchup for Ari where she actually wins, that would be really great. Please tell me in the comments. But yeah, JJK and LOL are two series I really want to get into. The Sonicster asks, what's your fave movie song? Again, it's a tie between two. The first being Stars in the Sky from Sonic 2. I really like the song a lot. And the second one is On My Soul from Transformers Rise of the Beasts. I don't tend to like rap a lot, but On My Soul is one of the exceptions. It is a banger track that I listen to almost daily. Anthony Crank 7 asks, anime or games you're interested in? Well, excluding JJK and League, I would definitely have to say Hi-Fi Rush. That game has got such a unique style to it that I really like it a lot. I definitely think that it's the Spider-Verse of video games. I also think it was robbed at the Game Awards this year because, good lord, it was nominated for 5 categories and only won 1 of them. Blasphemy! Poppycock! This is an outrage of the highest order! I swear, this is why I'll never watch the Game Awards again, especially after them telling the winners of the categories to hurry it up. Fuck the Game Awards. Hippo78921591 asks, what are your thoughts on Paul Blart? He's cool. Next question. Zachary Frierson6972 asks, what's your most wanted death battle that hasn't happened yet? Manga Kirby versus Superhero Squad Show Galactus. I adore this matchup a lot, especially since it's really close. See, from what we've actually seen from Manga Kirby, he's actually a lot slower than Galactus is. Now, I say from what we've seen because a lot of the manga hasn't been localized to English yet, so Kirby could potentially be faster, but we just haven't seen it yet. Meanwhile, Galactus is far weaker and doesn't have as many good hacks as Kirby, so you could potentially make the argument that Kirby's power and hacks are enough to overwhelm Galactus, or that Galactus' speed is enough to overwhelm Kirby. Also, before anyone brings up the size difference, I would like to say that Galactus can change his size, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I really love this matchup, it's amazing, I really hope it happens someday. Now Wang7020 asks, favorite book? It's the God of War novelization. I haven't finished it yet, but I'm really enjoying myself with it. Plus, it's God of War, I love God of War. Also, I don't read a lot of books, so... Joseph Sharp6221 asks, what's your opinion on the Party Crashers being a ripoff of the Underdogs? All I'm saying is, if the Party Crashers were ripoffs of the Underdogs, then they wouldn't have beaten the Underdogs at Smash. Man, imagine losing to a group that you claim is a ripoff. That's embarrassing, bro. Akira Yamaguchi, the Kitsune 4010 asks, what is the best track in Season 10 and who win? Multi-S Melromark, god, that's a mouthful, or Queen Bee? Now, the best track is entirely subjective based on who you ask, but for me, I personally think that Inhuman, Final Formers, or Super are contenders for the best track in Season 10. They're all really good songs and ones I listen to frequently when I go to gym. Yes, I go to gym. I'm not just some nerd sitting on a bed all day doing nothing. As for the second part, I don't know. Real Abzu asks, what series do you wish to love but you just can't get into? Well, it used to be One Piece. I think the world is super cool and really interesting, but what really stopped me from trying to sit down and watch the series was the length. I know it's a meme and all, but sweet Primus, it is long. Thankfully, the Netflix series came out this year, allowing me to watch it without feeling like I'm taking 10 years to get through it, so that problem isn't really applicable anymore, thank Primus. Jaden Stinks asks, favorite rap battle you've ever heard? I know you've heard one. Everybody has. Oh, also thoughts on Orange Juice. Personally, I really like Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter. I think the rapping is straight up fire, and the animation is also really good. Much better than the death battle, in my opinion. Also, I really like Orange Juice. I think it is delicious. Holden2020 asks, first and foremost, congratulations and looking forward to it. And second, if you could have your own most wanted matchup or everyone else's most wanted, which would you pick? Sorry if you're already swamped with death battle related questions. If I had to choose my own, it would probably be again Manga Kirby vs Superhero Squad Show Galactus. But if I had to pick someone else's most wanted matchups, I would either pick Yang vs Leon or Super Monkey vs Super Brains. Those are the most wanted matchups of Potato King and Jaden respectively, and I think they are really good matchups. 69 the Geigen Guy asks, first of all, congratulations. Second of all, what's 5 of your favorite films ever made? Godzilla -1, the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Godzilla vs. Kong, Transformers Rise of the Beasts, and the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie. If you couldn't tell, I like a lot of movies that allow me to turn my brain off and just enjoy, with the big exception being Godzilla -1, as that film is just basically perfect in my eyes. Trico Boy asks, what's a death battle that is generally accepted as correct but you disagree with? And what's your favorite meme? Easy. Frieza versus Megatron is a death battle I disagree with. I think they heavily lowballed Megatron's strength and speed, and also misinterpreted the Regenesis Shockwave feat. Also, my favorite meme is... And finally, Tenebrae asks, favorite Hedgehog, Sonic, Shadow, or Silver? I like Silver the most. I think his psychokinesis helps him stand out against the other two. Plus, he's such a dork and I love it. He's literally me as an anthropomorphic hedgehog. So yeah, that was all the questions I got asked from both Twitter and YouTube. If you want to be featured in the next Q&A video I do, which will probably happen for my 5th year anniversary, because why not, then hit the like button as well as that subscribe button. I hear the subscribe button actually sparkles now, so check it out if that actually happens. Also, ring that bell to get notified so you never miss another one of my videos in the future. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both are in the description below. With all that in mind, I would like to thank you all so much for watching and asking the questions. I had a blast doing this. And I will see you all later, Cap Nation. Bye-bye!